afternoon, everybody. Welcome to this week's video on Fresh Adoption Talks with Angie. So I would like to share with you guys. I'm currently watching a series called Chicago Med. I am watching season 7, episode 2 or 3. So in the series, one of the nurses at the hospital gave up her daughter for adoption when she was about 16 years old. And she then made the decision to find out who her daughter is. So she goes on this journey trying to find a daughter, and she then gets information as to where the daughter is currently studying. So she goes to the university and she meets up with this young lady, but not knowing that this is her daughter until later on in their conversation. So as the story continues, this young lady is also studying to become a doctor, and then she ends up doing her internship at the hospital where her mom is a nurse or a midwife. So when the daughter gets there, obviously the mom is shocked and surprised all at once that her daughter came to Chicago Med to come in to her residency. And as time goes on, the daughter then, because of how the mother responds to her and how she goes out of her way for her, the daughter then now puts 2 and 2 together, and she then discovers that this is in fact her biological mom. So the two chat, and the daughter tells her, I know who you are, and confessions happen, and she now knows that that is a mother, and it's confirmed that the mother knew that she was a daughter, but she didn't want to say anything. And as the story goes on, their relationship starts to develop. Obviously at the beginning there's a little bit of a hiccup here and there, I think because the mom tried too hard and the daughter didn't really like that at all, for the mom coming to her rescue all the time. And it put a bit of a strain on the early stages of their relationship. But then things developed again and it became better. The mom, as the daughter said to her, please stay in your lane. And the mom then stayed in her lane. She respected her wishes, and so did the daughter towards the mom. And as it went on, the daughter then spoke a lot about her biological father. The mother knows who he is because at the time when they discovered that she was expecting, their parents then told them the best thing to do would be to give the baby up for adoption because not one of them could look after a baby. So that is what happened. The baby was given up for adoption. So the dad knew about it. So this young lady wanted to meet her dad. The biological mom had some reservations as to whether she would want to get involved in that or not. And she eventually then decided, for her daughter's sake, okay, I will then get in touch with your biological dad so that you can meet him. So she made a connection with him. She got hold of him. She informed him. And the day came that they set aside to meet. As they arrive in the park, the mom and the daughter, the father is sitting on a bench waiting. And the mom walks up to him and she asked him, are you ready to meet your daughter? And of course, he is so excited and so emotional to meet her. And as he walks toward her, the daughter turns around and she walks to him. And the first thing that she asked him is, are you sure you're okay with this, that you want to get to know me and meet me? And instead of saying something like, yes, sure, I think he just opened his arms and he said to her, come here, and he embraced her with a hug. And that is how their relationship started off, with a welcoming hug from both sides. And I just wanted to share this with you guys because I think it is so beautiful. Earlier on in the story, the young lady was speaking to one of her colleagues and she was discussing her 10-year plan with this colleague. And she explained that she started creating her 10-year plan after she found out that she was adopted when she was young. And she then tried to get more information about her biological parents, tried to find out more about her origin, who she is, where she's from. But all of that led to a dead end. She couldn't get any information. And then she made the decision to not live her life looking back anymore, but rather to look forward. And looking forward, she then decided to build this 10-year plan for her life. And it is during this process of the 10-year plan that she meets her mom and now meets her dad. And her relationship with her dad started and everything is going so well. They're still at the early days of their relationship, but they have a relationship that is totally amazing. They see each other every day. They go for coffee almost every day. They meet for lunch. There are times where she does invite her mom along, but because the mom doesn't want to have any involvement in that way with the biological dad, she declined their offers and invitations a lot. So I just want to share with you guys, it was such a beautiful scene to see in a movie such as, a series such as Chicago Med, where they play adoption into the story. And this girl ending up working at the same hospital where her biological mom is, and they then, after hitting some rocky roads, start to develop a beautiful relationship. Later on, she then meets up with her biological dad, and they have an amazing relationship. So I just wanted to share with you guys, seeing that scene, how he embraced her, how they connected with each other from the word go, was so beautiful. And I think that is almost every adoptee's heart's desire. That is now if the adoptee wants to meet his or her biological parents. I know for me it is. I would love to know who my biological dad is. That is if he is still alive, or if he is not, who he was. And I haven't had any success in that area of my life. So that is still the puzzle piece that is missing from my adoption story. But watching that scene, I have to be honest, guys, my heart broke a bit, because that is something that I long for. I love my family. I have brothers who played the role and still plays the role of brother and father figure in my life. You know, they step up where a dad was needed, and they still do till today. And even having that, I have to be honest with myself in saying I still long to know who my biological dad is. I think that is something that will never go away for me, because it is a part of my puzzle that I need to complete, this puzzle of my adoption. But I've made my peace. It's either he knew about me or he didn't. If he's still alive, my hope and my wish and my prayer is that I get to meet him. Whether he now wants something to do with me or not, but if I can just get a name and just see a face, just to know who he is, I think I would be so happy with that. And even if he isn't alive, I have made peace with the fact that if he isn't alive, if I could just see a picture of him and know who he is and what his name was, that also would be great. And that would give me some sense of happiness, some fulfillment in that area, knowing that I know who he looks like, what he looks like, and who he is. So I haven't given up on that yet. It is my hope and my prayer that when my book is published, which will be soon, so guys, look out for that somebody will pick up my book and they will read my story and they will be able to recognize it, and that they will know about my story, my biological family, and in hopes that somebody will come forward and tell me more, especially in the area of where my dad is concerned. But until that happens, guys, I will continue to share more with you guys about my journey and other journeys that I learn about. And I'd like to continue to invite you guys to please come on board and share your journey with us and your story. You are welcome to do it anonymously. If you don't want to communicate via the YouTube channel, our email address, freshadoptiontalkswithangie@gmail.com, is on our channel. Please drop me an email and we can then chat via email. So guys, I will continue to bring you more from the series as to how the mother, the biological mother and the biological daughter and the biological dad's relationship continues to develop. We don't know, will the mother give in and then have a relationship or friendship with the daughter and the dad? But I'll bring you guys more on that as I continue to watch the episodes. So guys, For you out there, adoptees who are on the journey of finding your biological parents, I want to encourage you, don't give up. If it is your heart's desire, continue on this journey. But make sure that you have the blessing and understanding of your adopted family, because they have been your family all your life. It is important that we keep in mind and be mindful about our adopted families and how they feel. I wish you guys all the best, all the luck and all the success. And I hope that you find what you are looking for. But in saying that, I want to remind you, please keep in mind that not all journeys are the same. Not all first meetings are the same. Not all endings or outcomes are the same. Always prepare your heart first. Always pray about it and seek God first and ask Him to guide you. Ask Him to order your footsteps in this regard. Guys, I hope you guys have an awesome Friday further. Please look out at the end of this video. We will be sharing with you a little bit of what's to come as of next month when we go into National Adoption Awareness Month. Take care, everybody. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.